Hot is more like it than high at 10. 93 degrees is the expected weather condition today. Carlee Russell's attorney, Mr. Anthony, has spoken to Miss Russell's admission of guilt of a faux crime that he's met with law enforcement meetings, I guess state's attorneys. There will possibly be charges against Miss Russell. I expect that to happen today if they decide to announce possible charges if they haven't already. The charges she's facing are Class A misdemeanors, punishable up to 1 year in jail or prison. So let's say 3 years plus damages to said officials who searched for her. So she's looking at 6 figures. So that amount can go from 100,000 up to under $1 million. I found it interesting that the lawyer was chipper, walking where they were filming him. He was smiling, waving at people, smiling while giving the interview to the news, which is very creepy to me because under the circumstances, this is a very serious crime. You've lied to law enforcement. You've claimed to see a child on the interstate, and you also claim that you were abducted by 2 other parties. And there's nothing funny about that. And I found his behavior just as ridiculous and absurd and ignorant as Carlee Russell's behavior. But they usually go hand in hand, defense attorneys and their clients' behavior. You can't really tell the two apart. And he may have said, well, I was just being friendly. But I feel like there's a way of carrying yourself when you are representing a client and you're speaking on their behalf. Many people are still baffled at the fact that she has not spoken publicly. But naturally, she would not speak publicly because she's embarrassed about her tall tale. I assume she's embarrassed. She may not be. But let's just say she wouldn't want to face cameras, reporters, questions, so on and so forth. So we have this chipper attorney. We wait to see what's going to be said by the district attorney, if they will bring forward charges against her. Also, if her store will, her former employer will bring forward theft charges. If any agencies will ask for monies for the search. And then we have the ex-boyfriend, who now claims to be an ex. He and his family, he says via social media, that he is disgusted by her behavior. And I'm assuming he's done with her. So when was the last time the boyfriend spoke with Carlee Russell? That's what I would like to know. When was the last time he spoke with her? What was their conversation like? What did he say to her? And what did she say to him? And did she admit that she made this ruse up? And how did she word it? In the statement from the lawyer, which the police department read the other day, she claims to have done this act all on her own with no help from anyone else. And I do not believe that, because she does not strike me as a female that would wander around in the dark or the light, in the heat, because it is very warm in the South, just roaming around day for day, aimlessly. Now, some could say, well, she possibly has a mental problem. She may have done that, but I doubt that. That's why she took the robe, the toilet paper, and took the food, snacks from Target with her. She was staying somewhere. That's the part of the story that many of us are waiting to hear. Where she actually was for 49 hours. Where was she? In a house, in a hotel? Because I believe she had help. And the one thing you have to remember about this story is that she has announced herself as a liar. So therefore, I don't have to believe anything that she has told her friends, family, the boyfriend, or this attorney. A liar is just that, a liar. So why would I believe you didn't have help? You concocted this alone. You may have came up with the idea alone, but somebody helped you get from point A to B to C to D. We don't know how many places she went. She could have went from one person's house to the other person's house. Could have stayed in a hotel one night, could have stayed in somebody else's house another night. Could have camped out at a campground. I don't know what she did, but I don't believe she perfected this crime alone. I believe she had aid somewhere in this story. Somebody was lying in wait for her on the other side of that highway, and they put her, sorry. They put her in their car, and they took her somewhere. That's what I believe. I'm going to say this to the boyfriend. You better be very careful of Miss Russell, because some of us believe this act was because of your dealings with her. Whatever was going wrong, let's say, in the relationship. And I don't know what type of boyfriend he was to her, nor do I know what type of girlfriend she was to him. For all I know, they were chaotic. They had verbal, physical altercations. They talked ugly to one another. I believe there's something amiss that went on in that relationship, and that may be the reason why she concocted this hoax. But he needs to be very careful, because you're now venturing to social media, giving people the business pertaining to your emotions and your feelings. And if she concocted this hoax because you two weren't on the up and up, or she felt disrespected or unloved, whatever the situation was, let's just say you are the reason, what do you think she's going to do now? You're going on social media talking bad about her, but yet you the same person the other day telling us not to bully her, and now you're calling her your ex. You're not very bright either. You see, you have to think before speaking. And some people may agree that he should have went to social media. His sister should have. They shouldn't have. You're entitled to your opinion. But you have to be very careful what you say on social media, because obviously you said some things that maybe you felt scrutinized about because you took down posts. Then you go back to social media posting more things maybe you shouldn't be posting at all. I don't think you need an attorney unless you've done something nefarious alongside Miss Russell. But I think you might need to lay off on the posting, because you keep posting, you keep taking stuff down, putting stuff back up. People are going to start to wonder what's in it for you, what's in it for your sister, and whomever else wants to post anything pertaining to Carlee Russell. Hello, everybody in the chat. That's my advice to anybody. Sometimes it's best not to say anything. Now, many people would judge him if he didn't, because they'll think he had something to do with it in the beginning. Well, where's the boyfriend? Why isn't he showing up? Why isn't he speaking? But see, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And maybe he feels some type of way. He doesn't want to be scrutinized alongside Carlee Russell. He doesn't want to be implicated in this crime. Maybe there are people who think he's involved, because everybody has an opinion to Carlee Russell and this mess that she's concocted. So everybody's got a different opinion of what they think, what they thought happened, didn't happen, where she went, didn't go, the parents involved, not involved. So maybe he's saying, I don't want no parts of this. People are going to start thinking I'm involved. And that's why I said sometimes it's best to be quiet. All you have to say is, I'm Carlee Russell's boyfriend. I'm very concerned for her welfare. Boom. She's found. You say, I'm very glad she's found. Please continue to pray for her. You keep it short and simple until you get all the information. You never go out on a whim and start bragging about people and upholding people when you do not know the situation. And as I said, you don't wake up at 25, 26 and start lying. I've brought you information pertaining to how liars become liars, and it started at the age of 3 and 4. And as you get older, you become a successful liar if that's the route that you want to venture on. I have a feeling she's been telling lies. She's been in trouble before, some type of form, some type of way. Her family has bailed her out. Her family has believed her stories. Her friends, associates have believed her tall tales. Some probably did not. But I do believe Carlee Russell has always told fibs, then lies, however you want to word them, and people went along with the program. And I'm sure there are going to be some people who are going to come out and start to tell you little stories about Carlee Russell, what she did, didn't do, her behavior, how she interacted with them, vice versa, stories that didn't sound right, didn't sound legit. You're going to start to hear all that. And that's usually what happens with a true crime. People start coming out the woodworks and repeating, he said, she said. You're entitled to believe the information or not. But I do believe she's a pathological liar. I believe she has always lied and told lies. I believe she's probably lied on people. I believe she's an instigator. I believe she's been meddlesome. She's probably stirred up a lot of trouble with different people that she's came in contact with. And she always probably played possum, played the little what they call it, damsel in distress. No, it wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. It's a mistake. Well, she's caught this time. Once again, counts, Class A misdemeanors, punishable by up to 3 years. Will her job bring forward charges, and will the state bring forward charges? Her attorney has spoken on her behalf, and he has been meeting with investigators and the district attorney, and we will see if charges will be brought forward. I'm going to get out of this hot weather. That's my latest update pertaining to Carlee Russell. Someone reached out to the mother, a news agent, but she says not now. How convenient. Nobody has anything to say. But I do want to mention that the ex-boyfriend, did thank Miss Angela Harris for stepping in to aid in the search for Carlee Russell. And so far, he's the only one that has thanked Miss Harris, the mother of Anaya Blanchard, the late Anaya Blanchard. And I do find that interesting. Anyway, phone overheated, being out here in this, sitting it on my dash. Sorry about that. Thank you all so much for joining me. But I'm going to end this. I'm going to do another live later on because there's a woman that was believed to be possibly murdered here locally. And I'm going to bring you that set information. But sorry about the interruption. That's my set information pertaining to Carlee Russell. The attorney has spoken. The ex-boyfriend has spoken. The mother has declined to speak with the news. When I get another update, I will bring it to you. I just think she needs to go to jail for the crime. She needs to pay restitution and fines. Many people feel like she should speak to the public. I don't think she will speak. That's why she hired an attorney. And I think she hired an attorney because she knew she would possibly have charges against her. That the state will be bringing charges against her. Thank you for your time. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $BeganT129 Cash App, stickers and chats, and welcome to the stream. This was because it's warm out here and my phone kind of heated up sitting up there on the dash. So I'll be back a little later with more commentary. There's a few subject matters I'd like to address, but thank you all so much. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. You've been listening to the Vault XL.